since it's Halloween, I'm going to tell you a story. Now, I've told this story ages ago, probably last Halloween actually, but I can't find the video, so I can't just re-build that. I thought I'd tell it again in a different way. Well, not different way, but yeah. I'm going to tell you the story of Stickman. Now, Stickman is this creature who takes on the form of basically like a stick insect. It's really long, lanky, but it's human as well. But so just picture a stick insect with its long arms and see if you can picture it as a human, what it would look like. And really skinny and bony, like it could hide behind trees and that sort of thing. Anyway, that comes from, this Stickman comes from my Aboriginal friend Joe, who has a lot of, like they have a lot of stories about the dream time and stuff, and Stickman appears in their dream times. Anyway, he's telling me about the story which happened quite a few years ago when he was in his early 20s. He's up in the Northern Territory and he's in a four-wheel drive, driving to a cattle station. It's late at night, driving down a dirt road, got big spotlights on the car, pitch black. Got the music going, they're all talking, laughing, carrying on. All of a sudden, bang, they hit something. And they weren't expecting it, they didn't see anything in front of the spotlights. And he slammed on the brakes and come to a stop, and all this dust rolled everywhere. I thought, what was that? That was like, it wasn't it was a huge big thump. Anyway, they when they put the brakes on, you know, when the back lights light up. Anyway, they looked in the back of the window and they saw this. They'd hit something and it was laying on the, sort of off on the side of the road a little bit, like part of it was on there, and they thought, must have been a big grey kangaroo, because all they could sort of make out was this sort of big shape and fur, and that was about it. And they said, oh, should we go back and see if we've killed it, make sure it's dead? So they reversed up a bit, and then as he was looking in the room, looking back, he noticed that it was getting up, and I thought, oh my God, hang on a minute. So they stopped, and initially it got up like a kangaroo. It sort of hopped up like this, but then it kept on standing up, and it got taller and taller and taller, and then one of the guys realised, oh my God, Stickman. It was about 7 foot long, bony, and just standing there with its arms looking straight at them. Next minute they bolted, they put the car in first gear and just sped off. And that was fast as they could. Oh my God, Stickman! And anyway, they had about another hour or so to drive, and they just bolted all the way till they got to the station. They ran inside their house, the Queenslander, closed all the doors, locked everything up, because they thought, you know, Stickman's really fast, he can follow. Now, Stickman is known for stealing children. He hides behind trees, bushes, and at night time, or even in the daytime in the bush, he grabs children. Because you can't see him behind the trees until it's too late. So they were really freaking out, and I don't know, a couple of hours, they would have fallen asleep, and a couple of hours later, all of a sudden they heard this on the outside of the house, because Queensland was an old Queenslander and it's all made of wood on the outside, so you know you can hear. And then they heard this scraping of fingernails like along the wood, coming towards the bedroom area, like they're in the bedroom, and Joe goes and just tapped one of his mates. Stickman's here, Stickman's outside. Oh my God, how freaky would that be? Next minute, this up. And Joe goes, we're going to have to make the most of the loudest noise we can possibly make. You've got to make lots of noise. If he comes around, you've got to like shout, scream, and basically go ballistic like you're mad. And that usually chases him away. So that's on the count of 3, let's just scream, shout, and run out. So they did. 1, 2, 3. Smashing walls, banging things, screaming, shouting. They ran out the front door, ran down the stairs, ran out into the around the house, and there was nothing there. There was just these drag marks where he'd been, and they looked out into the darkness and they knew that he was out there. Get away, Stickman! There's no children here. Keep away, keep away. Anyway, they put the music on, they stayed up all night, and yeah, that was that. Anyway, when Joe told me that, I was like, yeah, you know, great imagination, great story, yeah. But very cool anyway, I like it, I like it. He was going, no, it's true, that's Stickman, that's what it's about, you know. And he was telling me one of his, you know, it's one of his stories. Anyway, forgot about it. A few, I don't know, months later, me and Joe and another friend are driving home. We'd just been out clubbing and it was quite late. It was about, I don't know, 3 o'clock in the morning, driving home. We're driving past the cane fields. And the next minute, bang, on the top of the roof, I heard this huge big, like something had jumped on it. Boom. Joe goes, oh my God, Stickman's just jumped on the roof. And I went, what? And, you know, it was such a loud bang. It was too loud for, like, I don't know, any old thing to jump on. It was like someone had actually just jumped on the roof of the car. And I thought, and I was just about pulling into the driveway, so I wasn't that far away from home. I go, oh my God, we're all freaking out. What? What do you mean Stickman's on the roof? I said, oh my God, he's on the roof, I've seen him. Like this, and I went, oh my God. And I thought, oh, this is impossible. It's not true. I don't believe you. But at the same time, I was like, what happens if it is true, you know? What, you know, you always see those stupid movies where people don't believe that something's there and when they do something, they get killed. Well, I grew up and, you know, grew up and was exposed to all these horror films, so, you know, my imagination was like, oh my God, what happens if it is? I better stay in the car. So we pulled up in the driveway and Joe goes, oh my God, what are we going to do? He's on the roof. And I could swear we could hear noises on the roof as well, like little bits of movement. Let's call it a hypersensitive imagination or whatever. And I said, all right, Joe, we've got to get out together as a group. We can't just get out. I was whispering this. I said, we can't get out one at a time. We've just got to get out. I said, all right, on the count of 3, I'm going to unlock the doors and we're going to jump out and scream and jump. Screaming, jumping open the doors, boom, boom. Like the neighbours, hello, would have heard us, making the biggest racket like some stupid idiot. Jumped out of the car and there was nothing there. Joe goes, oh, I swore there's Stickman was on the roof. And Joe doesn't drink or smoke or anything like that. Well, I don't smoke either, but he was like completely freaked out about it. He goes, Gary, you just get back in the car and go, I'm going to go inside and lock the doors because I don't feel safe. So sure, we got back in the car and we sped off and he went inside. Next minute, about 5 minutes later, I get a text. He goes, oh my God, I'm hearing all these noises outside. I said, are you right, you want us to come back? He goes, no, it's alright, I'm going to be alright, but I'm going to, you know, if I call you again, you'll have to come back. I'm like, alright, sure. Anyway, so that was that. How freaky! But apparently if you say Stickman too many times, you call him around. So don't say Stickman too many times because he can come looking. So make sure you lock your house at night. And